Hello children, today we will study first the types of cooperative societies. By now we already have studied about cooperative societies, their merits and limitations. Now we will study about types of cooperative societies. So there are 6 types of cooperative societies. Consumer cooperative societies, producers cooperative societies, marketing cooperative societies, farmers cooperative societies, credit cooperative societies, and cooperative housing societies or housing cooperative societies. So these are the different types of cooperative societies. Let me recall you, the cooperative societies are those which are particularly meant for the members of the cooperative society and for their well-being. Profit is their secondary motto. So the first one is consumers cooperative societies. These societies are formed by the consumers for obtaining good quality products at reasonable prices. That is very sure. The reasonable prices, because their main aim is to eliminate the middleman. The society's aim is to eliminate the middleman by purchasing goods in bulk directly from the manufacturers or wholesalers, or the profit of surplus if they have. First they serve their members. After that, if they have anything surplus, that is distributed among members either on the basis of capital contribution or in proportion to their purchases. So with that they can generate the capital contribution also. Second is producers cooperative societies. Now when producers they combine together, it means at least 10 producers they combine together and produce the goods in common. That is known as producers cooperative society. It is formed by small producers who desire to purchase or to procure inputs for production of goods in order to meet the demands of the consumers. There are 10-12 producers who have little output which they can contribute for the production, but all alone they can't. So they combine together, they register themselves as a part of cooperative societies, and then they start their business. This is known as producers cooperative societies. The third one is marketing cooperative societies, that you often have seen. Marketing cooperative societies, it is also a voluntary association. Voluntary means by will, not by force. Voluntary association of small development independent producers who desires to sell their output through one centralized agency. So many places you have seen that cooperative society shops where the products are sold. So this is known as marketing cooperative societies. Then farmers cooperative societies. Some farmers they register themselves for the common land, and then they produce together. When the bulk is sold in the market, they distribute that profit among themselves. This is known as farmers cooperative societies. So the farmers cooperative society is formed by farmers to jointly take farming activities in order to gain the benefits of large scale farming. I hope it is clear. Then credit cooperative societies. Credit cooperative societies means they collect the fund from the members, and as and when the need is there for any member, they give that loan at very nominal rates. So the members of the cooperative societies, instead of going to the bank, they can collect the loan from the cooperative societies, and with the nominal rate of interest, they repay it to the societies. So many cooperative societies banks you might have studied. For example, Ujjain Paraspar Sahakari Maryadit Bank. This is also a cooperative society, credit cooperative society. Then cooperative housing societies. It is very common, you might have heard about housing societies or housing cooperative societies. When people are not having enough fund to buy a piece of land or to construct a house, they collectively form a society. They get some subsidies and rebates by the government. They purchase the big piece of land and they construct the flats for them, and then they live. So this is known as housing cooperative societies. So these are the 6 types of cooperative societies: consumer cooperative societies, producer cooperative societies, marketing cooperative societies, farmers cooperative societies, credit cooperative societies, and cooperative housing or housing cooperative societies. So here we finish about cooperative societies. Now we will study the next form of business organization, that is joint stock company. Here joint stock company means when more than one firm or company combine together to produce the goods on a large scale. That is known as joint stock company. Here stock means share. So they issue the share to the people, and you might have heard about the share market and the companies which are releasing their shares and people are buying. They all are the part of joint stock company. So joint stock company, it is a company or association of persons formed for carrying out business activities and has a legal status independent of its members. The members are the shareholders in joint stock companies. So let us study about the features of the joint stock company. So the features of the joint stock company are artificial person, separate legal entity, formation, perpetual succession, control, liability, common seal, risk bearing, and transfer of shares. I repeat: artificial person, separate legal entity, formation, perpetual succession, control, liability, common seal, risk bearing, and transfer of shares. So these 9 are the features of joint stock company. It is known as the first feature is artificial person, because in joint stock company nobody is the owner of the joint stock company. The person who has maximum share among all the shareholders is treated as either the CEO or MD of the company, but nobody is the owner. But the only thing is that the person who has maximum share, we say that the company belongs to him, but the company does not run only by him. It runs by the support of shareholders. So therefore it is said that artificial person is the owner, means in the name of whom the company is running. Then second is separate legal entity. Entity means you all know. Separate legal entity means on incorporation, means when the company is formed and ready to perform the business. That is the meaning of incorporation. So on incorporation, a company acquires a separate legal existence in the eyes of law. Means the company itself stand as the company and then they run the business. Therefore, all the assets and liabilities of the company are separate from those of its owners, because all the assets and liabilities belongs to all the shareholders of the company, not with one single owner. Therefore, it is said that it has separate legal entity. Now, formation. Its formation is not so easy and it is a time consuming process also. The formation of a company is a time consuming, it is expensive, and of course it is a complicated process because it involves preparation of several documents and compliances with several legal requirements before they can start functioning. It is very well understood when the shares are issued in public for the common, the procedure or the formation of the company may not be very easy to form. So it can be one of the limitation also. So registration of a company is compulsory under the Indian Companies Act. The latest Indian Companies Act which we are performing or observing is 2013. Then perpetual succession. The meaning of perpetual succession is that there are n numbers of members, there may be n numbers of members. So if some of the member exit the company or sold out their shares, then also company doesn't dissolve, company run as it is. Or if some more members enter into the company, then also the company's performance is going on or the company is running. Therefore, it is said that perpetual succession. If somebody gets in or somebody gets out, the company perform as it is without any much disturbances. Then control. Now it is a very important point. The ownership and the management are in two different hands. First is shareholders, second is directors. So shareholders are the owners, but the company is managed by the board of directors, and the board of direction, it depends on the number of shares a person has purchased. So shareholders are the owners, but the company is managed by the board of directors, which appoints the top management officials for running the business. Then second is directors are the legal representatives. Legal representatives means they have the signatory authority. All the documents are signed by them, which is a form of representation of all the shareholders. So directors are the legal representatives and are directly accountable to the shareholders for the working of the company. Then next is liability. Here the liability of each shareholder is limited to what they have contributed in the company. So for all the shareholders, the liabilities are limited, but in total the company incurs huge liabilities. Then the shareholders can be asked to contribute the unpaid balance of their shares. Suppose if they have purchased the shares on credit, then they may ask that they are supposed to pay the money to the company. Next feature is common seal. Common seal means there may be n numbers of shareholders, but the company runs under the common name, common seal. Common seal means everything, all the documents which will be running by, suppose XYZ company is limited. So all the documentation will be done under the seal of XYZ limited, not as any individual owner. Then next is risk bearing. Since the joint stock company is directly related to the market and the market scenario, therefore it is said that in a company the risk of losses is borne by all the shareholders. So if it is the company is showing the poor performance, then all the shareholders will get the money in reduction. If the company is performing well, then all are getting benefit. So there is a risk which has to be borne by each and every shareholder. Then next is transfer of shares. They have the right of transfer to right to transfer the shares. I can sell my shares to anybody. This is the meaning of transfer of shares. So the shareholders enjoy a right to transfer their shares to other persons in the open market or at the stock exchange at the price prevailing in the market at that time. So at that time, whatever is the price, at that price we can sell the shares. So these are the features of joint stock company. Once again I repeat: artificial person, separate legal entity, formation, perpetual succession, control, liability, common seal, risk bearing, and transfer of shares. So by now you study this. In next class we will study about the merits of joint stock companies, limitations of joint stock companies and all. Thank you.